Data broker SafeGraph says it has stopped selling information about visits to abortion providers.
Vice News reported Tuesday this type of data could still easily be purchased. The data mining companies can obtain the information by accessing regular apps and phones. Now, the fear is the information could get into the hands of anti-abortion protesters to target individuals or specific facilities.
CBS News tech reporter Dan Patterson joins us now for more on this. Hi, Dan. You know, this really sounds kind of sinister, I have to say. I mean, can you explain how companies can obtain and sell data about visits to clinics providing abortions?
Yeah, Tanya, it's good to see you. So, in fact, this industry has a fairly sinister-sounding name, surveillance capitalism. But we are familiar with surveillance capitalism because we interact with the apps that provide their data every single day, as well as our phones. So, this company says that they stopped selling data, which was fairly cheap. But there are dozens, maybe hundreds of companies that leverage, now stick with me on this, it sounds a little technical, but SDKs, these are software development kits, and APIs, that's application programming interface. Now, these allow companies to build apps that work well with your phone, and a lot of these apps are free, like, say, your weather app, which has to tap into your location data, and often they look at your device's unique identifiable number. Now, these apps don't just grab that data, they grab lots of data, and often they use the APIs from other apps to interoperate. So Facebook, for example, could offer you weather information inside the Facebook app by tapping data from another application. Apps will do that back and forth. They will interoperate with each other. I know that sounds a little technical, but it's important to understand that this is a multi-billion-dollar industry, and these companies provide data to advertisers sometimes at cut-rate prices, which means if you have a little bit of technical skill, you can program or code and find out a lot of information about unique individuals.
Wow.
You can criticize these companies, but they're operating in a landscape in which they're allowed to operate. They're not doing anything.
That's exactly right. There's nothing illegal about this.
Right.
Can I just follow up on one question, though? Do they get your name and address as well tied to these locations?
It's hard to get your name and address directly and specifically from your phone, but what they do is combine lots of other data sets. So we could take, say, your device's unique identifier number and then combine that with maybe a credit report that could have very similar information.
You can piece these sort of things together if you're willing to do it.
Yeah, that's exactly right. So with some creativity and a little bit of sweat equity, sometimes you can find out an individual's name and unique address.
Yeah, SafeGraph said that they sell facts about places, implying they don't sell facts about people. But like you said, if you are willing to put the effort in, you can probably piece some of this information together. Dan, what legal issues could tech companies face if Roe v. Wade is overturned?
This is pretty important, Mola. Tech companies could be forced to turn over identifiable information that comes from your phone, from the apps on your phone, to law enforcement agencies. They have to comply by law, and if that law says, give us your data, they have to give them your data.
That sounds like a police state right there.
It's surveillance capitalism.
Yeah, surveillance capitalism, yeah, as we said. So, Dan, an article published yesterday in Protocol said people living in states where abortion may be banned or where it is in the process of being banned have, quote, ample reason to increase their digital hygiene. Can you explain what digital hygiene is exactly? I'm assuming that's your online record of your whereabouts, but maybe you can clarify that, and how someone can archive it and how we should go about cleaning it up.
Well, hygiene, Tanya, refers to our behavior, right? It's just the same as brushing your teeth, right? Digital hygiene is the digital version of brushing your teeth. It's cleaning your digital profiles and making sure that the information you share is limited and that the apps that you use are also limited. Remember, we've been saying this for years, but remember that if the app is free, you are the product. So there's some things you can do. I would limit the apps that you download. Make sure that what you download is read those terms. Make sure that it is not gathering or selling your information, and make sure you click that little Ask App Not to Track button. Also, move as much of your communications from large social networks to encrypted networks like Signal or iMessage. None of this makes you 100% safe and secure. Nothing does. But these practices can help you clean digital hygiene, help clean your profiles.
Yeah, there are significant implications to using some of these platforms and these apps and these devices.
I like that line, though. If the app is free, you are the product.
That's right. Dan Patterson,
right.
thank you as always.
It's good to see you.